Welcome to Lad's Garage. It is cold, it is snowy. My shop is currently being home to a couple of bunny rabbits because it is warmer than outside. Long story short, we are in the off season, obviously, because it's snowing out. I almost thought about firing an old Bandit up and taking it outside just to see what it's going to do out on the roads, but we're not. Currently, we're in the middle of getting ready for Pinewood season. I have built me a new car. Built this guy here all out of scrap wood from wedge cars that I made last year for our district Pinewood Derby. The wheels and axles, well, they came out of my spare collection. Daniel, he is actually a Lion Scout this year, which is kindergartners. Basically, it's the beginning stages of Cub Scouts for those that aren't familiar with it. So he is allowed to officially race in the Cub Scout race. Last year I built him an outlaw car, and it is heavy. This is not a legal Cub Scout car. Mainly just because of the way I do my rules. Everything else is legal, but it is heavy. So instead, Daniel wanted a car that matched his little Hot Wheel. This little Hot Wheels EV. He calls it F1. It's called Hot Wired, but this is what he wanted. Got the skinny wheels on the front, big wheels in the back. Kind of a wedge design. So I went through, me and Daniel designed the car together. I cut it out. The wheels, I got a new tool and I was playing with it, so I'd already made the wheels. So I was like, you know what? It's a perfect idea to match what he wanted. We got the skinny wheels on the front. We got the big wheels on the back. Not exactly the same style wedge, but it's close. Daniel is happy with it. He wanted it yellow, so we painted it yellow. He's not allowed to use spray paint, so I had to paint it. Still got to finish it up. I still got to get stickers cut out for it because he wants it to kind of look like the car that he has. Most of you come here for racing content. Obviously, race car panels. That's off my old modified. The yellow panel is off my old modified. It was a leaf spring car. White panels, you'll see a few of them around here. I got one of my old sponsor fenders and another fender right there. Those are off my old leaf spring Camaro that we called the old leafer. So a lot of you here for racing content. I'm just gonna warn you before I go over to the other side, I have the cancer cannon going. It's a big cancer cannon, like for heating up, I don't know, like the Edwards Jones Dome or something up in St. Louis. So we're gonna go over there. I've got a few things that I'm wanting to look into. Like I said, I'm sorry if that's loud. We're gonna try to work around it. For those of you wondering what a cancer cannon is, there you go. This is an old Sears a Sears brand cancer cannon. A lot of guys run them off of kerosene or diesel. I'm gonna tell you, this thing's only been running about 10 minutes and it is warm over here. One of the big issues I ran into during the season last year was when we go get into the corners with the car and the car's leaning and we're bouncing in the corner or whatever. The car it was almost like as we went into the corner and the car was leaned over, it was kind of more or less stalling. Staying running just enough to keep momentum going and not die out, but as soon as we got on the straight stretch, the little 305 would come alive. I'll be honest with you, I was lazy during the season as far as really digging into the issue. I've kind of quickly looked. I never really dug into it to see what the issue was. But with the old leafer, I had similar issues with it. You know, you get into a corner and the sucker just and it come back to life. We don't want that in dirt track racing. When that car's in the corner and you're throwing it sideways in there, you want to be able to roll the throttle and keep the car moving. You don't want to be wide open out of it, wide open out of it, because it's just not gonna, these old leaf spring cars don't like that. The one issue that I've ran into before is the ignition control module here inside the distributor, which I run an HEI distributor. I have ran into issues with, especially with running old junkyard stuff. Sometimes these wires get brittle, and sometimes you get a loose connection right here. But upon inspecting these wires, I noticed a spot right here where it looks like the wire's been pinched at one time, and with feeling it, it does feel like it is loose right here. So that is definitely, you can kind of see, paired up on a white spot there, you can see it's pinched down pretty good. It is very well possible the spot right here is broken inside the insulation. But if you know me and follow my channel long enough, you guys probably like, you're too cheap, you're just gonna probably fix it. Well, chances are, that's probably what I'm gonna do. But I am gonna look in to see if I can't possibly find a decent, affordable, a little better performance control module, similar to what I built for the old leafer. Well, actually, I built it for my modified and ran it in the old leafer, because I just pulled the engine out of my modified and put it in the old leafer. But either way, I'm probably going to look in to see if I can't find a good control module to put in here, clean out the vacuum advance crap out of there. I don't run vacuum advance or any of that stuff, so we're probably going to try to clean that out, get it out of the way. Another issue is I'm going to pull the coil cover off, because I have run into issues in the past where the wires inside the coil cap have been broken, and I'd like to double check, make sure that, you know, nothing's out of the ordinary inside there also. So this, if I remember right, I put a new coil in this year, and so far, just inspecting, a little bit of a nick on the wire there, but it's not enough for me to show concern. And I don't see any real concern inside of here. All the wires seem to look okay. These wires don't move around, but I have had an issue where, you know, the ground wire has broken, or, you know, one of these wires are broken off on the inside. When these wires break, it makes for a rough night, because you're hunting all over. I spent almost a full season looking for wiring issues just to find out it was, like, I think it was this wire here that was broke, or possibly just ground wire. Either way, one of these two wires was broke and was causing me all sorts of grief all season long, and I fixed it and didn't have any more issues. Alright, so I found another plug with some good wires in one of my old distributors I had sitting on the shelf, so that didn't cost me anything extra than what I already had invested in the other distributor, which I don't think I had anything in it. I believe it came out of the 84 Corvette. I would just switch it all out and just run this whole setup, but that's already in the car. And other than maybe getting a better ignition control module, I ain't gonna mess with nothing. I got it where I need it. We're leaving it alone. Another thing that I plan on doing is, this is the wiring that goes up into the coil for the main power coming from the car. This is like a 12 gauge wire going into that plug, and if I'm not mistaken, Kylan wired this car, and he's got, looks like a 12 gauge also, but me personally, I prefer 10 gauge. I've always ran bigger wire. One of the things I do when I'm trying to wire things up, make it look halfway decent, is when I get a connector I stripped a little end piece off, unless it's a heat shrink. I try to strip the end piece off, which this was a yellow connector. So I strip it off, take a piece of heat shrink, slide it up over it. Well, we're going to shrink that down and make it look halfway presentable, I guess you could say. Now it looks halfway decent. Yeah, grief, it's like a blizzard out here. The one thing I do, I heat shrink as many connections as I can. Being this is a main power setup, I'm going to go ahead and slide another piece of heat shrink over the top of it just to double protect it. You know, you can't ever go wrong with having too much insulation over something like this that could possibly have a hole in it from, you know, where we crimped it down at. There we go. That looks halfway decent. Alright, so we have new wiring going from the main power over there on the solenoid. You can't really see it, but we got the solenoid over there where you flip the switch on, it runs power over. It comes all the way up to the switch here, and then flip the switch and it runs back out to the distributor, power the coil and everything else. We're going to go in and call it a day. So for this season, we're going to run Farmington Empire Speedway in the factory stock class. They are doing away with the super streets. I don't know if they're going to just run special shows with them or they're just going to do away with them completely, but we're just going to run factory stock at Farmington. They do have a really good points system going for this year for all classes across the board. A really good payout at the end of the year, I should say. So that's really making it tempting for me to somewhat run for points. I guess we'll just have to see how things go and how my schedule works and everything else. So it's really tempting. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet or not, but the temptation's there. I think they have like 15 nights scheduled for the factory stock. So that's a lot of racing. 305. We borrowed it last year. I'm not borrowing it this year. Why? Because we bought it. I hustled. We scrapped. We made some scrap runs. I've done some side work. Did a lot of flooring to help pay for this engine. Took my Christmas bonus. It all added up. I paid for the engine. We own the 305. Probably gonna go through and maybe clean it up a little bit. There's a few little leaks here and there. We're just gonna have to see how our schedule works. I know February I am pretty much, this is really my last free weekend for a couple months. So we'll just see how things go. I need to do some welding on the headers and just some little knick-knack things to get us ready for next season. But we're gonna run. We're gonna do our best attempt to race as much as possible. Like I said, I'm not going to commit to racing for points, but the temptation is there. But y'all stay safe. God bless you, and we'll catch you later.